you believe it's Bryce Young first overall as we enter draft week?
I do.
Why? Why do you feel that way?
I've long thought he was the target when they traded up there. I thought he was the best quarterback. I thought he was the best player. And then everything that you hear coming out of there and what matters to them and what they value at the position, I think we got over. I don't think that either of us did, but I think there was a narrative of the type of player that Frank Reich had coached in terms of a build, and then that was the only thing that was being used to dissuade people from thinking it was going to be Bryce Young. And I pushed back on that, just saying, like, look, I don't know what smaller quarterbacks were options for him at those times. He wasn't making those selections. He wasn't choosing who the quarterbacks were on those teams. And this is a judgment based off what's available. And right now, the smaller quarterback is the best quarterback. And then that's the direction I believe they're going to go.
Okay. And so then the general consensus when we left the combine was that Stroud had such a remarkable workout, and we all know what his tape looked like, and we had the eye in the sky, this and that. And the Texans clearly need a quarterback. And now we're hitting draft week, and the general consensus is they may not take one. And if they do, as of right now, Will Levis is shooting up a lot of mock draft boards. And that if they go non-quarterback, it's not Will Anderson. It could be Tyree Wilson. What do you think is going on with the Texans as we hit draft week, Daniel?
Well, Rich, I think there's obviously a ton of information swirling around on the Texans, which makes it fun because nobody knows exactly the direction that they're going to go.
Right.
I just think at some point in time we have to inject some common sense. And the law firm of Mills, Keenum, and Perry is not – I can't envision that that's how they're going to start the season and start the DeMeco Ryans era. I'm not buying that. So I'm of the opinion that one of their first two picks has to be a quarterback if they want to try and get cute and move around, and maybe they trade back and maybe they trade up. But when you look at it over the last 4 or 5 years, Rich, like there isn't a lot of trades draft day inside the top 10. Like we've seen a couple teams get to 10, but I think we concoct all these different scenarios of, they could do this and they could do that. And at the end of the day, they need a quarterback. They need to pick a quarterback. So while I hear all the, there's buzz about, okay, well, maybe it's going to be Will Levis and all the reasons for them not to take C.J. Stroud. Maybe I'm taking crazy pills, Rich, but I'm leaning towards just going right back to what I've thought and trying to tune out all the noise and saying C.J. Stroud is the second best quarterback, and they have to take a quarterback.
So why do you think there's a Will Levis buzz going on right now? And the number of live snaps he's taken since the Kentucky season ended is 0. What's going on there, do you think?
Well, he's an interesting evaluation because it's like two different players from 21 to 22. So I think as we distance ourselves from the 2022 season, which was not great for him, I think it's brought back, more of what he was, and you go back and have time and you dig into what he was when he was healthy with no toe injury and no shoulder injury and a better supporting cast. And, he checks off all the, the measurables you're looking for. So I don't want to make it sound like I think Will Levis is a bum. I think Will Levis is a talented player. I've never seen Will Levis play at the level that C.J. Stroud played at on a college field. That's why I'm sticking with the order I have it. But I think the time between the end of the season and now has been nothing but benefit Will Levis.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.